Yo, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're about to dive into a world of unbelievable car crashes where karma served up some ice-cold justice. We're talking about those drivers who thought they could cheat the system, break the rules, and get away with it. Well, guess what? They were wrong. Get ready to witness some of the most insane crashes ever captured on camera. From reckless driving to road rage, these drivers are about to learn their lessons the hard way. You won't believe your eyes, some of this stuff is straight out of a movie, but it's 100% real. So buckle up, smash that like button, and get ready to be amazed because these drivers are about to experience some epic car crash karma. Alright folks, our first clip takes us to the streets of City Name. Take a look at this guy, flying down the road like he owns it. He's weaving in and out of traffic, completely ignoring the rules of the road. Look at the speed! This isn't a racetrack, dude. Oh, and check it out, there's a red light coming up. Is he going to stop? Nope. This guy thinks he's above the law. He blows right through that red light like it doesn't even exist. What is he thinking? Wait a minute, what's that up ahead? It's a pole! A big, sturdy metal pole, and this genius is heading straight for it. There's no time to react, no way to stop. Bam! And there you have it, folks, instant karma. This is what happens when you think you can disregard the rules of the road. Hopefully this driver learned a valuable lesson about reckless driving. But let's be real, he probably just blamed the pole. Next up we're headed to City Name for a case of road rage gone wrong. This bustling city is no stranger to traffic jams and impatient drivers. But today, one driver takes it to a whole new level. This driver, let's call him Angry Andy, is having a bad day. He's stuck in traffic and his patience has run out. He's tailgating, honking his horn, flipping people off, the whole 9 yards. It's like he's on a mission to make everyone around him as miserable as he is. Look at him. He's practically glued to the bumper of that minivan. It's a dangerous game he's playing and it's only a matter of time before something goes wrong. Dude, chill out. It's not worth it. Everyone else is just trying to get to their destination safely. Oh, but Angry Andy doesn't care. He's on a mission to spread his misery. His anger is boiling over, and he's taking it out on everyone else on the road. He swerves into the next lane, cuts off a pickup truck, and slams on his brakes. It's reckless and dangerous behavior. What is he doing? This is insane! Other drivers are left in shock, trying to avoid a potential disaster. The pickup truck slams on its brakes, barely avoiding a collision. It's a close call, but the danger isn't over yet. But wait, karma's got a surprise in store for Angry Andy. His reckless driving is about to catch up with him in a big way. He forgot to check his blind spot, a critical mistake that will cost him dearly. A giant SUV slams into the side of his car, sending him spinning across the road. It's a dramatic and terrifying moment, and that's what you get, Angry Andy. His car is now a wreck, and he's left to deal with the consequences of his actions. Maybe next time you'll think twice before unleashing your road rage on innocent drivers. It's a hard lesson learned, but an important one. Karma's always watching, and sometimes it hits back with a vengeance. Drive safe, everyone! Alright, this next clip is from City Name, and it involves a driver who thought it would be fun to splash some pedestrians. You know, the kind of person who thinks they're the main character in some slapstick comedy. I mean, who hasn't been tempted to hit a puddle and soak some people on the sidewalk. It's a fleeting thought most of us dismiss, but not this guy. But this guy took it way too far. Check it out, he's speeding up as he approaches this massive puddle. It's almost like he's aiming for it, with no regard for the people nearby. He doesn't even care that there are people walking by. He slams his foot on the gas and sends a wall of water crashing onto the sidewalk. It's a tidal wave of dirty street water. The pedestrians are drenched, some of them even fall down. It's not just water, it's a mix of grime and who knows what else. This guy is heartless. But don't worry, karma's about to teach him a lesson he won't soon forget. His laughter is about to turn into panic. As he's laughing like a maniac, he loses control of his car. The wet road is unforgiving, and his tires can't keep up with his reckless speed. The car hydroplanes on the wet road and spins out of control. It's a chaotic scene, and you can almost see the regret forming on his face. He slams into a parked car, totaling his own car in the process. The impact is loud and jarring, a fitting end to his reckless behavior. I guess he didn't realize that water and speed don't mix. It's a basic rule of driving, but some people have to learn the hard way. And you know what? I don't feel a bit sorry for him. Actions have consequences. And he got exactly what he deserved. Maybe he'll think twice before using pedestrians as target practice for his puddle splashing antics. Hopefully, this serves as a lesson to others too. For this next clip, we're headed to the highway, where patience is a virtue that some drivers seem to lack. The open road can bring out the best and the worst in people, and today, we're about to witness a prime example of the latter. This driver, let's call him Speedy Steve, is in a hurry. He's zipping through lanes like he's in a video game, completely disregarding the safety of others. He's weaving through traffic, tailgating anyone who dares to drive in front of him. His aggressive behavior is not only dangerous but also incredibly reckless. He spots an opening in the right lane and decides to go for it. Without signaling, he makes a sharp move, thinking he can outsmart everyone else on the road. But there's one problem: there's not enough room. Speedy Steve doesn't care. He believes he can force his way through, ignoring the tight space and the potential consequences. He slams on the gas, cuts off the car in front of him, and tries to squeeze into the lane. But it's too late. His impatience and arrogance are about to catch up with him. The car next to him has nowhere to go. Trapped and unable to avoid the collision, the inevitable happens. They collide, sending Speedy Steve's car careening off the road. The impact is severe and the consequences are immediate. He flips over the guardrail and lands in a ditch. Talk about instant karma. His reckless driving has led to a dramatic and dangerous end. It's almost like the universe itself reached out and said, "Nope, not today, Speedy Steve." The aftermath is a stark reminder of the risks of reckless driving. This is why we obey traffic laws, people. They exist for a reason, to protect us and everyone around us. It's not just about avoiding tickets, it's about staying safe and keeping others safe on the road. Remember, driving responsibly is a shared duty that ensures everyone gets to their destination safely. This next clip is a stark reminder of why texting and driving is one of the most dangerous things you can do behind the wheel. We're in city name, and this driver is completely engrossed in their phone. They're not even looking at the road. They're swerving all over the place, completely oblivious to the danger they're creating. Seriously, put the phone down. It can wait. Oh no, there's a red light up ahead. Is this driver going to stop? Of course not. They're too busy typing out a message to notice the world around them. They slam right into the back of a stopped car. The impact is massive. Airbags deploy, metal crunches, and the sound of breaking glass fills the air. This is what happens when you prioritize your phone over the safety of yourself and others. Let this be a lesson to everyone watching. Texting and driving is never worth it. Put your phone away, pay attention to the road, and arrive alive. Alright, this next clip is from a quiet residential neighborhood in city name. You'd think people would be more careful in an area like this, but you know what they say about assumptions. This driver is approaching a stop sign. They slow down a little, but they don't come to a complete stop. They glance in one direction, but they completely miss the car coming from the other way. Bam! The two cars collide in the middle of the intersection. It's a classic case of failure to yield, and a perfect example of why stop signs exist in the first place. Luckily, it doesn't look like anyone was seriously injured in this crash, but it could have been much worse. This is why we obey traffic signs, people. They're not just suggestions, they're there to keep us safe. Back to the highway we go for another lesson in why tailgating is never a good idea. This driver is riding the bumper of the car in front of them, so close that you can barely see their headlights. Seriously, what is the point of tailgating? Do these people think it's going to make the car in front of them go any faster? Newsflash, it doesn't. It just makes everyone on the road more stressed and increases the chances of an accident. And speak of the devil, the car in front of them slams on their brakes. They had to avoid hitting a deer that ran out into the road, but the tailgater is caught completely off guard. They slam on their brakes, but it's too late. They rear-end the car in front of them, causing a chain reaction that involves multiple vehicles. This is why maintaining a safe following distance is crucial, people. You need time to react to unexpected situations. Alright, this next clip is from a parking lot, which is apparently where some people go to practice their fast and furious moves. This driver, let's call him Drift King, thinks he's Vin Diesel behind the wheel of his Honda Civic. He revs his engine, spins his wheels, and attempts to drift around a corner. But there's one small problem: he's not very good at it. He loses control of his car almost immediately, and slams into a row of shopping carts. The shopping carts go flying, scattering across the parking lot like bowling pins. Drift King's car comes to a stop, its front end crumpled like a used tissue. I guess his drifting career is over before it even began. This is why we leave the stunts to the professionals, folks. And even then, they often have highly skilled stunt drivers and safety precautions in place. Don't try this at home or in a parking lot or anywhere else for that matter. Speaking of parking lots, this next clip is another example of why it's not a good idea to show off in a crowded area. This driver is behind the wheel of a brand new sports car, and they're determined to let everyone know it. They rev their engine, peel out of their parking space, and speed down the lane, but they're not paying attention to where they're going. They're too busy trying to impress everyone with their sweet ride, and then it happens. They slam right into the side of a parked car. The impact is so loud that it echoes through the entire parking lot. The sports car is dented and scratched, and the parked car is probably totaled. So much for impressing everyone. This driver just learned the hard way that showing off can have some expensive consequences. Maybe next time they'll stick to showing off their car in a more appropriate setting, like a racetrack. Our final clip of the day is a classic case of hit-and-run karma. This driver is speeding down a residential street when they hit a parked car. Instead of stopping to exchange information like a responsible person, they decide to make a run for it. They accelerate away from the scene, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. But they don't get very far. Just a few blocks away, their car sputters, coughs, and comes to a dead stop. It seems like karma has caught up with them. Their car has suffered some serious damage from the hit and run, and now it's decided to give up the ghost. The driver is stranded on the side of the road, their escape plan foiled by their own bad karma. This is why we do the right thing, even when no one is watching, because karma is always watching, and it has a way of catching up with those who deserve it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these crazy moments of instant karma, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more unbelievable videos. Remember, karma can be a real pain in the axle, so drive safe, obey the rules of the road, and treat your fellow drivers with respect. You never know when karma might be lurking around the corner. Until next time, peace out.